Hello, everybody. We are live. Welcome to the live stream. We are here tonight, back. We've got a couple of people here in the chat. We've got Batman 5. We are so back, boys. We're here with Gracie, my friend Gracie. Feel free to introduce yourself here.
Yeah, I'm a big Lego fan. Excited to build.
You gotta use your YouTube name. What is your YouTube channel?
Oh, the Grace.
The Grace. It is not. Is it G Ricey or Gracie or
Gracie.
Gracie? Okay. Gracie is here. Gracie is here, and Aaron Crumley's here in the chat as well.
Oh yeah.
We are building tonight. We've been off live streaming for a long time. This is our first stream of 2025, so really excited to be here. We're gonna get back to weekly live streams here on the channel. We're just gonna be building and hanging out. We've got people who are excited to see Gracie here. So I'm gonna be building. I'll show off the set that I'm building. We'll swap it to the let me change our transition here. There we go. This is the set I'm starting with. We're doing some Lego Sonic tonight. This is the Super Shadow versus Bio Lizard. I am a massive Sonic nerd and could talk anyone in range of me, their ears off about Sonic and everything Sonic and Shadow related for eons. But very excited about this. Do you want to show off what you're building, Gracie?
Oh yeah.
I also have this set. I don't know if we're going to get to it yet tonight, but I'm going to be doing both of them if I can. And then Gracie is building the Medieval Dragon, the Creator 3-in-1 Dragon. This is one that's a great set. Just came out January 1st as well. And yeah, there you go. Tell us about which one you're doing the main dragon build?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the main dragon build. I'm sure even in the next week I'll end up changing it to the serpent just because I've got to see that
Yeah, such a good set.
Action.
Shout out to Aaron Newman, the designer of this. He's done so many amazing builds, but he also did did you do the Fox, the Creator Fox?
Oh yeah.
Same guy who designed that.
The giraffe, right?
And the giraffe, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Great designer. So shout out to Aaron. That dragon tempts me, said Kevin Ulrich. Good to see you, man. It is, honestly, I have never built... I haven't built dragons in a long time, like a Lego dragon. This is to me, the best Lego dragon that Lego's done in a long time. So, yeah, I'm just going to start building. We're just going to hang out. Hope you guys are doing well. Chiming in from wherever you are. We've got weekly live streams back on the plans for this year. It's been a busy time. I haven't been super active lately, but I've been getting back into it. We've got our first here. I'll show off our first. Let's see. We've got our first minifigure here with Super Shadow there, looking really cool. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Excited to be back. Excited to have you here. This is always fun to have a new guest. I'm excited to have more guests on the show this year and just hanging out. This is just an excuse for me to chill and build sets in my backlog, really. We've got the real Lucas McCoy here. What's up, James? Bricktastic is here, new to your channel. Subscribe from the Astromech video. Yes. Did you get a chance to watch that one yet? I don't know if you have. I'm going to call you out.
Not yet.
Well, guys, this stream has been fun, but Gracie's got to go watch the Astromech video.
Gotta go watch it. I'll be back.
Thank you guys. Yeah, here, real quick, you can keep building. I'm going to show off the Astromech collection because I brought this up here to show off. If you haven't seen it yet, here they are. All the Astromechs. Here, we'll go to the widescreen here. There's the collection from the video. Every single Astromech minifigure, minus a few that couldn't fit into this case, but yeah, really happy with how that video turned out. Really glad that you guys have enjoyed it so far. If you haven't, go and check it out. It turned out really well. So, but yeah. Okay, so for those who don't know much about you, give us a little intro. What's your backstory with Lego? How long have you been building? How did you get into Lego? Tell us some about yourself here, Gracie.
Yeah.
For those who don't know.
I I've like always been into Lego. I haven't been as big of a fan as I am now for a super long time, but I grew up like with all boy cousins, so Lego was everywhere.
Nice.
And yeah, I would like, I mean,
Do you remember your very first set? Like the one that you got to build yourself?
yeah, actually, okay, so it was way more recent than you would think, because growing up, you know, it's just like bricks in the tub, like you know, you just stack them, and like I didn't know what I was doing. But I got the R2D2,
nice.
Like the big one that came out.
The UCS R2D2.
It was like, I'm trying to think what year it was.
Was it the one that's like this big and it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was it. That was like my first.
You would
one.
really enjoy the Astromech video then if you like R2D2.
Oh, I'm definitely going to
Man,
watch it now.
guys, don't be like Gracie. Go and watch my video.
Don't be like me.
I'm joking.
Oh no, seriously though.
James said Gracie's mic is super quiet. Let me fix that. Let me here. Keep doing the thing. Try and say something into the mic.
Is that better?
Is that better? Can you guys hear? You can always pull it closer too.
See,
Sometimes
yeah,
you gotta
I'll
like
pull it
make out
closer.
with the mic a little bit. Gracie's mic is
that
super
better?
quiet. Is this better? Can you guys? Should I like back myself off a little bit? I can back myself off a little bit. Give us like a test 1 2.
Test 1 2. A little. He says it's a little better.
A little better. Okay. I can be very loud when I'm talking too. Okay, it's good.
Okay.
All
okay,
right. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, it's funny. Like I actually bought my set because I was working in the film industry at the time, and my boss sent me to the Lego store in like Lawrenceville to buy her the Home Alone set. Like she literally gave me her credit card at the end of the day and was like, "I've reserved this. Go pick it up." And I went in the store, and when I was picking it up, I was like, "You know what? Like, I'll treat myself too." So I made a big purchase that day too, and me and my mom built it together. It was great.
Was your boss just trying to get like collect it and was just trying to have you like go for the set?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nothing having to do with costumes, which was my department.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Also, you know, I am, you know, I'm realizing, you know, like the Atlanta film industry is, it's always cool to meet people who are also, or have a background in it. Obviously, we've got Mr. Aaron Crumley here, who also has experience in the film industry. But I feel like there's a lot of crossover between people who like Lego and also have like worked in creative fields and done creative things. It's kind of a no-brainer, you know. So,
Oh yeah.
tell us about like your favorite show that you worked on, some of your favorite experiences. I know you said you worked on Walking Dead, right?
Yeah, I did that one for 5 years. Sorry, I'm realizing
Wow.
I opened the wrong bag at the
Oh, you're
beginning.
good. This is welcome to the live stream brain, where
Yeah,
live stream brain kicks in.
I know. I'm like, I literally remember looking at bag 1, but for some reason I was like, why am I not seeing this part I need?
Yep.
Yeah, no, The Walking Dead. I was a stand-in double for Maggie for a while, and that was like so fun. I mean, literally, like, I was already a fan of the show, and it's crazy because I started watching it when I was 10, and I was like half her size.
Wow.
And then in the last season, like, we were, you know, sharing a wall of a trailer, and like, yeah, it was.
That's cool.
It was a little surreal for sure.
That must
but
have
it
been
was awesome.
like very interesting to like watch the show and then to be a viewer and then work on it. Like,
Oh yeah.
that must have been wild.
Yeah, no, I was literally like, I had already been doing like some background work, and I was headed to a college class one day, and they had a rush call. They had 5 people not show up.
Wow.
And so I applied and immediately got a call to be like a zombie.
Nice.
Yeah, and I called my mom and I was like, "Hey, I took your car. I'm not going to class. I'm going to work on The Walking Dead. So I'll be."
I gotta go be a zombie, mom.
Yes.
Work
So,
calls.
Yeah,
That is
she was-
crazy. Did you have to do? I hear they have to do like, you you have to do a school or like an academy or something like that to train to be an extra?
They had retired zombie school at that point, but most of my friends that I was on there with had gone through zombie school.
Okay.
But yeah, literally,
so they were able to like tutor you.
Yes.
Okay.
I got there and I was like, guys, how do I do this? I've never done this before.
How do I zombie?
Yeah.
We've got shout out to Tyler Vivid Bricks here in the chat. What are you guys building? Let's show off real quick for those just joining. I am building the Sonic BioLizard Shadow versus the BioLizard set. Very excited about this one. Gracie is doing the Creator Medieval Dragon, which is great. And yeah, we're just hanging out. Glad to see you here. Who else we got? MJ Bailey's here. Brickspiration is here. New Sonic sets. Let's go. What's up, Baron? Batman 5 said, I'm actually going to be studying some more of the film industry in college. Very nice. I heard that for the zombies, you aren't supposed to blink. Is that true? If you're a zombie in The Walking Dead, were you not supposed to blink? Is that a rule, or is that just like something that they, like the zombies do?
I never heard anything about there being issues with blinking. I mean, I know there were some cases where they'd like put the lenses in you and you'd have to like, I mean, it would be like difficult
for like the contacts.
Yeah, they would like they had these like big lenses that would basically like completely blind you.
Oh, geez.
So it's kind of hard like not to blink in them.
I bet there's like shots of extras in the background just crashing into like a fence that they didn't see because they can't see anything.
We would have literally like some of those people, like the ones that had like the really gnarly makeup.
Yeah.
Would they would be walking around with like guides.
Oh,
because they couldn't see.
That's crazy.
It was wild.
So how many episodes were you a zombie in? Were you just in one episode? Were you in a few? Like, what was that like?
I started in season 8 and I did a few as a zombie, and then like the Whisperers came around and I did that for a bit.
Nice.
And then this girl, Magna, came to the show and I stood in for her for a while because it just like worked out height and weight wise. They're like, hey, can you step in and double? And then Maggie came back to the show and like COVID was happening, so we were limited to like 5 stand-ins. So I got really lucky there. But yeah.
Nice.
Just not that many episodes as a zombie, though.
Still a really cool experience.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. We've got some more people here. What's up? Cupcake Productions. What's up, MJ Bailey? Ice Brick Productions said, let's see. New Sonic Lego set. Who makes stop motion? I make stop motion sometimes. Let's see. Aaron asked, of the 3 Sonic sets, which is your favorite and least favorite? Well, I have my least favorite under the table. So January 1st, if you didn't know, they released 3 Sonic sets. These 2 that I just showed. We've got the Cyclone as well. Very excited for that one. And then they also put this one out, which is called Sonic's Campfire Clash. And I bought this specifically for the minifig because it's got the new Sonic head print, Angry Eyes Sonic. So the robots are cool, but I think this one's kind of unnecessary. Like if you didn't have Sonic, a normal Sonic for some reason, I think it's got to be some kind of requirement that they make where, for every wave we got to put like a set that has normal Sonic in it. So yeah, I don't know. Like I just honestly got this for the minifig. So, but yeah, see, there's the Angry Eyes Sonic.
Oh yeah.
But the robots are all right. I mean, it's Sonic sitting at a campfire. But the other 2 sets I'm very excited about. So, are you a Sonic fan? Do you play the Sonic games?
I did as a kid a little bit, not as much as I would like to. So I did enjoy them. I used to play, what was it? It was like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. On the Wii, did you play
that.
like the original one on the Wii?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are classic.
Yeah.
That was like the first time I feel like that like Sonic and all the Sonic casts had merged on Nintendo. Like had you could play all the characters. That was a really fun one. Oh, I remember playing the swimming game, like where they have the swim laps. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch Sonic 3? Said Batman 5. I did. I've seen Sonic 3 twice now, actually, in theaters. Have you seen the Sonic movies? I don't know if you have.
None of them. No, I was hearing how good they were recently, though.
They're very good. They're very good. I saw Sonic 3 once, then I saw it again with someone who hadn't seen it yet, and very, very good. Let me mute my my notifications here. Yes, highly recommend. See, I've trapped you now in this stream where you have to like listen to me yap about Sonic lore, deep Sonic lore for the next 2 hours.
I don't mind.
I'm not gonna do that.
I need some catching up.
It's even if you don't know much about Sonic, they're just fun movies. Like the writing is really funny. There's a lot of jokes and references to Sonic games, but even without knowing any of that, they're just fun movies. So the third one was definitely the best so far, I think, in my opinion. But see you later, Aaron. He's got to write an essay. Have a good stream. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I don't believe I have consumed any Sonic media in my entire life, said Kevin. You would really enjoy the Sonic movies. Let me evangelize a little bit more. Just put them on while you're working. They're really fun. They're a good time. So the drama around the first movie releasing was wild, though. Like, have you seen the original Sonic design for Sonic? Like the
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some crazy internet theories out there that claim that the original design was a marketing ploy, but I think there's real evidence that they had finished the entire movie with that original Sonic, and then because people complained, there was a lot of backlash. They went back and they redid everything from the start to finish, redesigning them to make them look more like the games. But yeah, there's some wild. I'm so happy that they didn't, put out the that design because it looked awful. It was so creepy looking.
Yeah.
Kevin, they're on. Let's see. I know all the Sonic movies are on Paramount, but you can also watch them on Amazon. I think you can watch the first two movies on Amazon. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Just noticed your sweatshirt, Boot to Eve. Yeah, I've got a Padres sweatshirt. Tyler said all three of them are great. I don't think we would have gotten sequels if they had kept the OG design. Absolutely. I'm happy the series has done well since they listened to the fans. Yeah, that's one of the things I feel like the series does really well when, if a franchise is willing to like listen to fan complaints and react to it, it's definitely going to be a good thing. So
1,000,000%.
What are you watching right now? Have you seen any movies lately? What shows are you watching? Or games? What are you playing right now? Let's talk about that. What are you enjoying?
So I'm a big movie rewatcher.
Okay, nice.
My best friend makes fun of me a lot because I have a few movies on a rotation that I like to watch.
Okay.
And
what's in the rotation?
So Titanic's always in the rotation.
Nice. Okay.
I was a history nerd growing up. I'm trying to think if there's I think the last show I watched was Yellow Jackets, actually.
Nice. We were just talking about Yellow Jackets, yeah.
Yeah. That, I think that was the last show I actually watched that I hadn't seen. I've been watching a lot of movies lately.
Okay.
Do
you watch Titanic and then you watch a new movie and then you watch Titanic and you go back and forth between?
Kinda. Yeah.
Nice.
I did have a phase probably 2 months ago where I was rewatching the prequels, the Star Wars prequels,
nice.
Just about every day, while I was working.
Wow, nice.
Or while I was at home.
Which is your favorite prequel? Let's get into the prequel talk.
I think I have to go Phantom Menace.
Okay.
So you get Qui-Gon and...
Qui-Gon is one of my favorite characters in the entirety of Star Wars, so I concur with that.
It's I think you can't go wrong with it. I know it's not a lot of... I don't want to say not a lot of people like the prequels, but people also like to hate on them,
Yeah.
But they're my favorite. I think I like them better than the originals, honestly.
I feel like the love for the prequels has really shifted over the years because That's right. Like so many people would hate on them, and now it feels like the story is entirely different. Like everybody loves them. So I'm here for it. I mean I grew up like with the prequels too, so I have a lot of nostalgia for Phantom Menace. Like the pod race. That, you know, that is to me like that's my cinema.
For sure.
Emily is here. What's up, Emily Builds It? I'm a TV show rewatcher, like a whole series that I've seen before. I'm the same way with The Office. I think The Office is one that like that's comfort food that I could always come back to. Phantom Menace is my favorite, said Kevin, because I love Naboo, pod racing, Darth Maul, sea monsters. There's always a bigger fish. The world building in the prequels is unparalleled. Exactly, James. Yes, I agree. A lot of people complain, I think, about the government stuff, but honestly, like the democracy and like all of that, like sets up so many more layers to the world of Star Wars. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, did you watch Skeleton Crew at all? Have you seen the show?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
I was gonna ask if you had seen it because we just got the Skeleton Crew finale last night. We're not going to talk spoilers about Skeleton Crew, don't worry. But it was really interesting. I thought it was all right. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't my favorite Star Wars thing out there, but it was enjoyable. So I'm curious, if you guys have seen Skeleton Crew, let's put our spoiler-free takes in the chat. If, like, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments, but... yeah, are you planning on watching it eventually, or?
Yes. Yeah, I'm planning on going through like all the shows. I just have heard like a lot of not so good takes on the shows, so I'm like, it's taking me time, but I do plan on watching everything. So I want to consume all the media.
Oh, there's
just
so
to say
much
I
of it
did.
though to watch. Like, it's hard to keep up with all the stuff. Like, that's one of the reasons I think like I used to watch all of the Arrowverse shows like Flash and Supergirl.
Oh yeah.
I was really into those, but at some point they just kept adding more and more shows to watch. It felt like homework, you know, and like that's the opposite kind of thing you want when it's like, you know, something that you're just trying to enjoy. Like, oh, you're missing this one detail, you know, because that one character showed up and in this one show that you don't know about, and it's just it becomes difficult to follow. So
for sure.
But yeah, definitely enjoyed Skeleton Crew. James said swashbuckling fun Star Wars Goonies. That's basically it. Jay Mation is here. He asked, when did you start learning animation? So it's funny because I've been focusing so much on like non-Lego stop motion content lately that I haven't really done anything animation wise here on the channel. I've been doing a lot of like paid commissions and other kinds of things outside of the channel for different clients and stuff, but as far as for me, I really started learning it in when I was a kid. I was really into like brick filming as a hobby and different Lego animation. So I did it as a hobby when I was a kid, but I started getting really into it when I went to film school in college, and that's when I started taking it more seriously. I've told the story before on past streams, but I entered a animation that I made into my college film festival, and I ended up winning, and that was like my, you know, I should take this more seriously and do it more often, and that spun off into a career doing stop motion, being a freelancer. So it's been an amazing journey so far. So I am definitely very excited to focus some more on the channel here and do some more animation as well as other kinds of videos here. So yeah, I've been working on a stop motion tutorial that I've had in the works for ages, but have not been able to publish yet. So a few weeks from now, whenever I can get the time to work on it, I would love to. I just realized that like you can barely see what we're building on the camera, so I'm gonna like turn the camera slightly because I'm gonna adjust the angle here. There we go. Now we can see both of us.
Sweet.
Okay. As far as other hobbies go, you're big into gaming too. You're a big gamer.
Yeah.
And so tell me more, like, what kind of games do you enjoy? What's your comfort food when it comes to gaming? Like, what kind of stuff do you play?
I feel like it's weird to say that like my comfort games are like scary games.
Nice.
But I'm like, if it's not, because I've played COD for a long time, like a pretty long time. Like my dad played it when I was a child, and then it just like,
nice.
Yeah, it grew up into that, and then
would you play COD with your dad too, or like was he the one that got you into that?
No, I would watch him play it, and then like I was pretty young when he stopped playing it. But then I would go over to like my best friend's house and play it. She had a brother, so like we'd play on his PlayStation, and like I got into it that way. And then 2020 happened, and I just got like full into it. So like if it's anything that like doesn't make my palms sweat, like I feel like it's a comfort game.
See, I don't know. I've tried some scary games. Like I've played Resident Evil, I've played Slender Man, some of those, but like I don't know, like I get too into it. I don't know. It like, it's definitely stresses me out. But I just definitely tend to more like, you know, Sonic or like Spider-Man, like colorful games. Like it's not my go-to, you know, but
yeah.
But that's super interesting though. What kind of scary games have you done FNAF? Have you done any like Five Nights at Freddy's or anything like that? Or what kind of scary games are you into?
So I actually, I never have played like Five Nights by myself.
Okay, but like in a group setting?
I've watched people play it.
Nice.
In fact, Aaron, I got a VR set, and I bought it because my brother-in-law wanted to play it. And I was like, I'll buy it because I wanted to see how it goes, but don't ask me to play it. So yeah. I had my brother-in-law play it, and I just watched the screen.
Nice, yeah.
And then I made Aaron play it, like, one time. And,
it's the vicarious gaming experience,
yes,
right?
100%. And then I do like playing Phasmophobia because I feel like it's like an investigative game. Like, you're not competing. So I'm a competitive person. So I think it's comforting if I'm not competing.
I definitely enjoy watching other people play games too. I feel like it's such an interesting thing because like you can compare it to like sports. Like I know this is like not like this is kind of a reaching comparison, but like it's the whole like you get the joy of watching other people playing a game. It's the same with video games too. Like I used to watch a lot of like playthroughs or like games that I had already played through another person, just videos on YouTube. Like to me, I get enjoyment out of that, even if it's games I've never played before. So like there are games that I have nostalgia for, but not because I played them, but because like I watched a playthrough of someone else playing through it. And then sometimes like I'll go back and play it myself and have a totally different experience. But yeah, that's a really interesting concept, So.
Oh yeah, I really like watching other people play scary games, especially.
Aaron said VR FNAF is wild. The air duct level made me poo my pants.
Can confirm.
Nice. I wish now I want to see Aaron poo his pants.
He was like, I think our friend Jenny ended up punching a wall, like playing it too.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
I remember. This is a funny story. My dad had gotten VR, and I got really into Beat Saber. Have you played Beat Saber?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Beat Saber is the best.
So good.
I'm not gonna try and toot my own horn, but I will say I'm not bad at Beat Saber. So I always enjoy playing it. It's like the one VR game I'm really, really into. So I got really into it on a work VR headset. So when I used to work at a college, we found out that the IT guys had a VR, and I was like, why isn't this being used? And they didn't really use it, so we were like, let's take it and use it. And so we had our little setup in our office with our office guys, and like we're gonna do research for video production on VR stuff. But we had it set up. We kind of used it as like a little escape. So I would be in there doing my Beat Saber thing, and I got really good at it. My parents came over and I showed them, and they got really interested in it. And so my dad went home and bought a VR set.
Oh my god!
And so my mom for years would use Beat Saber as her like workout method. So she would be at home. She was she wasn't working, so she would be at home in the middle of the day doing Beat Saber. So it was really fun to like compete with her, compare our scores and everything. But I remember my brother, my brother was showing, I think it was my brother. He was playing some other VR game, and there's usually like a screen, like a television, where everyone else can watch what's going on. He was playing some fighting game or some shooting game, and his wife was sitting on the edge of the room, and we were all turned watching the screen where like he was playing, not paying attention to where he was moving around the room, and he swung and like punched her in the face.
Oh my god!
Like, hit her really hard, and we all were like, okay, someone got to keep an eye on the person wearing the headset from now on.
That's wild.
Nowadays they have the the really cool headsets where it like shows you getting close to like the borders and everything. So that's always helpful. Tyler, Beat Saber. Hey, I will 1v1 anyone in Beat Saber if that is a challenge. What's up, IDK Bricks? Joel's Brick said, I've personally never really been into scary stuff, but I watched a horror film a few months ago and I kind of enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check out some scary games at some point. There you go. You've got recommendations for scary games?
Yeah, Phasmophobia is like my all-time favorite. I've started playing this one. My cousins got me into. They're like in high school, so they like know what's up. And
they're cool with the kids,
Yes, there's this game apparently that's big right now called Content Warning.
I've never heard of this. Is this one of those like meme games that like that is like a scary hallway involved, or
no,
what's involved here?
You're like, because I got into it not realizing it was like a scary game.
Okay.
Like my cousin said there were.
They didn't give you any content warnings.
They said
for
monsters.
Content warning. Okay.
Yeah, all I got was monsters.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay. And we get in, it's like all cartoons. So I was like, oh, this is super cute. And like you're in this house. Oh no,
it's never that cute.
I know. And I should have known. But we're in like this like cartoonish house. And they're like, okay, we're going to get on the spaceship. And they buy us these flashlights and like this camera. We get in.
Oh no.
And it takes you down like, I don't even know where.
Yeah.
But the whole game turns like black and white. And you've got a camera, and your goal is literally just to record monsters without dying.
Oh.
And it's
I think I've seen this one, and it's like you're seeing it through the camcorder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen clips of this. I've seen clips of that where people mod that one, and they like make their character skins all kinds of wacky characters. So
I believe that. That one's
let's see. Oh, look, we've got, hey, homies, it's your fave Canadian, Bailey, in the chat here. What's up, Bailey? Yeah, there are so many games out there that I feel like I would have a good time playing, but I usually just end up watching, like, other creators playing them. So, yeah, I would love to try, what's the one? It's the one where you all play, like, it's a monster hunting game, and you have, like, it's first person. Lethal
Company.
Lethal Company. Have you played Lethal Company?
I've only played it modded.
Okay.
It's another one my cousins are super into. They're like 15 and 10 and 18.
Your cousins sound cool.
They're probably cooler than I ever was at that age, but like
nice.
they send these codes to me and we play it like modded, and they're like, I'm not telling you what any of the mods are.
Oh, okay.
And we get in. There's like this one game we played. It was like every item you're looking for is just a jar of pickles.
Okay.
It's like
nice.
a 1 in 300 chance or something. It's a fun one though.
That's fun. So they'll just send you a link and you just have to click on it and trust that it's okay, right?
Yeah. Well, so
you're like, play this game.
You copy and paste it into, I think it's called like Thunderstore.
Okay.
And you launch the game through Thunderstore.
Okay.
And it like launches it with this code of
with
like all the embedded mods.
Yeah.
Have you played any horror games?
Like I said, I played Slender Man.
Oh right, yeah.
And I played Resident Evil. I've watched a lot of FNAF because I don't know, I really enjoyed the Game Theory FNAF episodes where Matt Pat is another YouTuber, kind of like analyzes the lore of it. So I've not played FNAF, but I've watched a lot of FNAF, and I enjoy that. But
it's an interesting one.
The games that I would love to play. I would love to play some of the Backrooms games. I am fascinated by Backrooms lore, and would love to like play some of the games around it eventually.
My sister's been super into that one. She's been trying to get me to play it, but I haven't really given it the time of day yet. But now you've got me thinking maybe
there's
I should.
A couple different like Backrooms games out there, and it's just creepy vibes, you know. So I think it would be a fun one to try. But yeah, if you guys have in the comments, if you've got creepy game, scary game recommendations, put them in the chat. I would love to try Lethal Company too at some point, but like this is one of those games that's so much better with friends, you know. So
for sure, 100%.
There's some games that just, you know, it's just 1,000 times better if you've got a squad. So
yeah.
What else do you like to play? What other games do you like to play?
I've gotten in like just the last week, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption online.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I get persuaded to get on COD every once in a while.
Nice.
I mean,
Shout out to Ryan, by the way. M&R is trying to unite the squad. I know he's into COD a lot. He plays a lot. I think you played with him too recently, right? Or played with him a while back?
He's the one that's usually persuading me to get on.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
Have you been in any of his COD streams then? Like, have you been on any of his I know he streams COD a few times.
I have no idea, actually.
Maybe you have and you didn't know.
Yeah, I honestly have no clue. They've had Nuketown around like since the new game came out.
Yeah.
So really I only play for that map. But yeah, that's been the extent of like what I've played in the last week.
Nice.
But like Red Dead Redemption 2 online, it's gotten to a point where it's like not really updated anymore and there are hackers everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of what makes it fun. Like I don't hack personally. I play it like I want to get all the clothes.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of my
your
personal goal.
Yep.
Yes. I'm like I want to look decked out and all the Wild West stuff.
I love Red Dead Redemption. Honestly, it's so funny that you've mentioned this today because like I have like outside of this literally had the like urge to get back and do a playthrough.
Really?
I love the story of Red Dead. I am a big Red Dead fan. I played Red Dead 1. I played obviously Red Dead 2 is like it's such a world to get lost in, you know, like it is just the story itself. I actually never played any of the online stuff. I just play the story in the main game, and it's so good. So, I assume you played the main game too, right? Or no?
I haven't.
But you've only played the online? Oh my gosh.
Here's the thing. I don't like sad stuff, and like
okay.
The first time I had gotten into playing it, and just for the online aspects, I like GTA, but. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do sad.
There are some sad scenes in Red Dead, but the story itself is very good. So
that's what everyone tells me too. That it's sad.
Shout out to Oz Brick Creator. Been way too busy with Marvel Rivals lately. Yes. Have you played Marvel Rivals?
No, but I've heard about it from multiple people.
You should get on and play with me sometime because it is so much fun. Shout out to Ross. I play Marvel Rivals with Ross every once in a while, but. It definitely has taken over a chunk of my existence. It's free. It's a free game. And it is so much fun. So, what do we think about Mrs. Fantastic and Mr. Fantastic? I know they were the characters that just got added. But they're adding new stuff like crazy. So they have a huge roster of Marvel characters, and their goal, the dev team just came out today, and they said their goal is to release new characters every month and a half.
Oh my
God. Which is wild because that just changes the entire meta of the game every time a character comes out. So, yeah, big love for Marvel Rivals here.
Yeah, that's what like my whole group that I played with in 2020, they all moved
They're
over
all
to Marvel.
yeah. Yeah, it's such a good game. I am a Winter Soldier main, so that's my go-to. But I've really been enjoying playing as Sue Storm for Mrs. Fantastic. She's a healer in the game, and she's honestly so fun to play as. So I was playing some the other night, and solo healing the squad. Did you ever play Overwatch, or do you know much about like the kind of the arena shooters?
Yeah,
it's a lot like
little bit.
Overwatch.
Okay. Yeah, that's another one I was persuaded to get a few years ago.
Oh, nice. Who's your Overwatch main?
Oh gosh, I don't remember. It's been so long. I played it because like I had several friends that were playing it, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Nice.
It's just it's not one that I got into a ton,
Have you seen the Overwatch Lego sets?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. To be
Oh
honest with
yeah.
you.
Oh, they're great. They are honestly great. I never. This is my confession. I never played Overwatch, but I was really obsessed with like the character designs and the story and the cinematics. The story of Overwatch I really enjoy, and the cinematics were just so cool. So I got really into like the Lego side of things just because I felt like that was my in to Overwatch, was the buying the Lego sets. So they were supposed to keep going, but then there was obviously there was some controversy around it, and they canceled their continuation of the sets, which is really sad because I like them a lot. So
Yeah. I didn't even know there was like a lot of lore there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Who's your main? Oh, I think that was Osbert creator for Rivals. Yeah, I'm a Winter Soldier main. He's my guy. Yeah, I love my favorite thing about Marvel Rivals though is like just the roster is huge. There's so many like for those who don't know, it's like random Marvel characters that are like you wouldn't expect. Like Squirrel Girl is in there, and Jeff the Shark, and Mantis, and all these like not super popular characters. The popular ones are in there too, like Iron Man and Cap, all those characters. But yeah, super fun. Definitely check it out.
How is Mantis in that game?
What's that?
How is Mantis in that? 'Cause I love Mantis.
Mantis is another healer, and Mantis was my favorite healer before Susan Storm. So she's a lot of fun. She can like put her enemies to sleep, like she stuns them. So that's a really frustrating thing to deal with when you get stunned, but when you're playing as her, it's a lot of fun. So, but yeah, love Marvel Rivals. Yeah, you should definitely get on and play.
I'm definitely considering it now. I had a friend mention it recently, so it's
there you go. It's everyone's working together.
Yes.
That's always how it goes when someone recommends like a TV show. Usually it's like, oh, that's great. Yeah, I'll check it out sometime. You never watch that show. Usually for a lot of times it's like you give the friend like, oh yeah, I'll add it to my list. There's no list. There's never a list. But then when two people recommend it, it's like, okay, well, someone else mentioned it, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a bad friend.
No,
and
don't
not
know.
checking out my friends' recommendations, but
I'm with you. There's like, that's my thing. There's so many things that like people
yeah.
tell me to check out, but like I work
hard
from
to
home
keep
now,
track.
so I've been able to get around to a lot of it. So it's like now that I
yeah.
have that time, like I want all the recommendations.
There you go. That makes sense. Yeah. That was me with Airbender. I'm assuming Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's a great show. You're a big Avatar fan, aren't you? I feel like you are. Not really?
I watched it.
Okay.
I feel like I'm very uncultured in saying this, but like I haven't watched it in a really long time.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been meaning to like watch. It's another one of like the list things.
There you
I've
go.
been meaning
Hey, add it to the list.
Yeah.
Real quick, here's our progress on the Bio Lizard. We got the body and the tail. How's your dragon coming along? It almost looks.
Coming along.
We've got the body of the dragon, the body of the bio lizard here. Actually, I didn't plan this. We are both doing like lizards, essentially.
That's true.
That's kind of a fun circumstance there. So.
Oh yeah.
Tyler said Cap is the only one I know with a physical with a physical list of things to watch. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm very excited about this set. This is cool. I am a huge Sonic nerd, so this is exciting. My inner Sonic nerd is freaking out. So here's the just unrequested Sonic lore. So this creature is the final boss of Sonic Adventure 2. So at the end of the game, this is the final boss, and Sonic and Shadow team up to go super and fight it and take it down. So
that's pretty sick, though.
Yeah, it is it is so cool. There's some great moments in that game.
Well, it's like what we were talking about, like, so with Multiverse of Madness, like,
yes,
I like a good creature. So I'm
Okay,
like, that
okay.
sounds like up my alley because I like a good, like, creature fight
Nice.
type thing. You know what I mean?
I will say in the Sonic movie, his legs are a little weird though. Look at here. We'll zoom in on his legs, which this is accurate to how he looks, but he's kind of got these little stubby, like carrot-looking legs. Those are kind of weird, but they did in the movie do something different. So he's not in the movie. The movie that just came out, Sonic 3, is like essentially a kind of an interpretation of the events of that game, but they left the Bio Lizard out, which some fans are a little sad about. I am definitely one of those fans. I would have liked to see the Bio Lizard, but he's a cool boss. But yeah, we should talk about this. You mentioned Multiverse of Madness. We were talking about Marvel hot takes earlier, and you got to share yours for the stream, just so we can get it on camera, on record.
On the record.
On the record. What's your Marvel hot take?
I liked Multiverse of Madness.
Roaster, get her, everyone, get her in the comments.
I understand it's a hot take, so that's like, I mean, that's a pretty free roast. I will gladly accept any roasting over liking that movie, but
well, you're not alone. I mean, I have heard of a lot of support for that movie. I think there are plenty of people who also like Multiverse of Madness, so it's
That's
not
fair.
unheard of. It's definitely not my favorite, which I think it's a good hot take to have.
yeah.
But yeah, what do you like about Multiverse of Madness? Like what calls to you about that movie? What do you like about it?
It's like, to me, it's the same reason I like Godzilla. Like, I guess the same can be said for most Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, I like a good like fight against just a ridiculous monster, like the eyeball monster. I'm like, that's cool, and just
Nice. Yeah.
the last time I saw it,
What's his name? Gargantos, or he's like some kind of like tentacle thing, right? They made a Lego set of him. That's the only
Did they
reason I know his
really?
name. Mm-hmm.
I would build that.
I have it downstairs. I mean, you can build it if you want to.
So, yeah,
If I knew you were such a fan of Sam Raimi's Multiverse of Madness, I would have brought it up.
well, okay, fan. To be fair, it's like
I love how I'm just painting you as number one Multiverse of Madness fan.
I love it. It's my favorite movie of all time.
It's an Isaac said, I'm a fellow Multiverse of Madness truther. Raimi directed the heck out of it. Okay, so you've got some support here.
Yeah.
Hot take, Gracie's wrong, is what Tyler said.
It's a valid opinion.
Kevin says it's not a hot take. You can like whatever you want if you say it's better than Civil War. Now that's a hot take. Would you say it is?
What'd you say?
Marvel Civil War or Multiverse of Madness? Which one do you think is a better movie? You're about to make an enemy or a friend?
I think no matter what I say, I'm gonna make a lot of enemies because I've never.
You've already got an enemy sitting right here, so.
I've never seen Civil War.
What? Oh, that's a good one.
It's
See, you came over to build Lego, and now all you've got is homework, and you're going to leave with so much shame for not seeing all these popular movies that everyone has seen.
It's deserved shame, to be fair. Like, it needed to be out there so that I would be shamed into watching it.
We have a public record of it now.
Yeah. It's
I will say, I think that Multiverse of Madness, it definitely it is a very different and unique Marvel movie. I am not a big fan of what Sam Raimi did with it, but I do like that it's different. It is. I like things that. My favorite thing, I think, this goes for Star Wars, this goes for Marvel, is when a big franchise finds a creative person like a director, and they say, "Hey, you're doing something cool, and we trust your creative direction. Go for it. Do what you think is your version of the character, your version of the movie, of the story." And it's the same thing with Rian Johnson with The Last Jedi. I really liked that movie. I will say this to put that out there for the record. I am a Last Jedi super fan. I really like that movie. And I like the direction they went with Luke. I will say it. I'm a Last Jedi fan. And I will say it doesn't fit well with the overarching story. It doesn't make for a cohesive trilogy with the other movies. All those complaints aside, as a standalone movie, I like that they gave him the freedom to do that. And it's kind of the same thing with, Sam Raimi with Multiverse of Madness. It was it's a very Sam Raimi movie, and I think that it didn't really fit for me within the MCU as far as tone goes, but at least they gave him trust to do his own version, so Tyler said, hot take, I think Gracie should see Civil War immediately. All right, guys, thanks for joining. We're turning off the stream. We're gonna go watch Civil War. Civil War is pretty good. I think Civil War is great.
I've heard. My mom loves it, so okay. She's got good taste.
Yes.
I like the thing.
Yep.
So I'm
there you go. My favorite Marvel movie is the Winter Soldier movie. So that is I'm a big fan of the Captain America movies. Civil War is technically a Captain America movie. But yeah, very good. Very much worth checking out. Tyler also said, I have an actual hot take. Okay, so this is from Vivid Bricks. Black Panther's character is the best in Civil War and is not as interesting in his own film. Ooh. Would you agree with this?
I think I would.
I think I agree with this too, actually.
I mean, just because I have seen, I haven't seen Civil War. But I have seen.
All right, hang on. I forgot you haven't seen Civil War.
But I have watched. So I went through a phase because my mom and my sister had, everyone had their thing during 2020, and theirs was a full Marvel rewatch.
Okay. Yep. Watching all of them.
Yes, and I still lived with my parents at the time, so I actually did go through and was watching stuff. I don't know why I didn't just watch the movies, but I actually have seen a good amount of his scenes.
Okay.
And stuff. Well, and especially after he passed away and stuff. It's it was everywhere.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
That's right.
Yeah, that was the first movie he was in too. That was his introduction. I will say personally, and I like the character of Black Panther. I like the actor. I am not a big fan of Black Panther the movie myself. His standalone movie is definitely not my favorite. So I would agree with Tyler here. I think I would agree with that take. Over the Moon said, "The Bandit is back. How did you get the real R2-D2 for your last video?" Yes. So spoilers alert. The real R2-D2 showed up at my house for this video. That was thanks to a friend of mine named Chris Campbell, also known as Uber Geek or Geeky Inc. He's a good friend of mine who is also in my lug, Peach Lug here in Atlanta, and he actually built that whole R2 unit himself. And that R2 has done a whole bunch of other appearances and other things. If you didn't know, there's a bunch of other, there's a whole club of R2 builders out there that build droids and characters and drive them around at conventions and stuff, and he is one of them. And so that R2 actually has performed with Weird Al Yankovic on stage before. So it was in my house, and I got to meet him. So
wow.
Yeah, he had a trailer out back and everything. You know, R2's kind of a diva.
As he should.
You know, but anyways, yeah, it was really cool. So big thanks to Chris if you're watching for that. Definitely go and check out his Lego page. But it definitely added to the video. I was really happy that he was down to bring over his R2. He actually he brought him in, and he was able to, because he travels in parts, so he had to assemble him in my living room there, and it was really cool. So
that's legendary.
Let's see. Isaac said the scene between Black Panther and Zemo has got to be my favorite Black Panther moment. Nice. Yeah, that is a great scene, which is in Civil War. So
I've seen that one actually.
Yes.
I mean, as we've established, not the movie.
Right.
But yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I wasn't a huge fan of the actual Black Panther movie.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't super memorable for me.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm dropping pieces. What would you say your favorite? Well, I guess we've already established your favorite movie is Titanic. So.
Well, I don't know. I also really like Scream.
Okay.
The Scream franchise.
Nice.
That might. The problem is it's so brutal and gory that I'm that one I can't just watch all the time.
You definitely gotta pace yourself with that kind of stuff. Real quick, we've got our Super Sonic now. So there's Sonic and Shadow. These are great minifigures. So this is the first time we've gotten Super Shadow. Second time that we've gotten Super Sonic. So he's not new, but Shadow is. So really excited about that. The last set that came with Super Sonic also came with Shadow. So now we've got both of them. Very excited. Subway Dude said, I've never got a Sonic set. Which one is the best for the first one? That's a great question, actually. It really depends on what kind of Sonic games you're into or what kind of Sonic stuff you like. If you're a fan of classic stuff like Sonic Adventure, honestly, this one is a really accessible one. This is probably what I'm going to build next, which is the Cyclone versus Metal Sonic. It comes with Tails. But if you're looking to get just a regular Sonic set, I would say, oh man, honestly, one of the ones from the first wave would probably be best, something that comes with Sonic. Yeah, they're all great, honestly. I really like the Knuckles set as well. It comes with the Master Emerald Shrine. I really like that one. Yeah, I'm a big Sonic fan, so all of them really is I like all of them. But let's talk more about Lego. And obviously, you're building the dragon here. What kind of themes do you like to build? What are some of your favorite sets? What do you like? Tell me more about your Lego hobby. What do you like to do with Lego?
I'm a big anything Star Wars.
Star Wars, yep.
Yeah, I have a dedicated shelf at home, but aside from that, anything I have a nature window. So anything I don't have a lot of the botanicals, but I do have the bonsai.
Nice.
I do have that one, and
that's a good one. That's a really good one.
I really love that one. And
which version of the bonsai did you do? The pink version, or did you do the green one?
I did the green, because green's my favorite color. But I plan to rotate it out when spring comes around,
Nice,
just to be on theme.
I know a lot of people that have the. Have you seen the treehouse set? That's it comes with a family treehouse.
Yes.
That's one that they give you extra leaf parts for, and I know a lot of people who change the leaves for the season. So that's a really fun thing to do.
Is that the one that comes with the orange leaves? I think.
Yeah, it comes with
cool.
yellow and orange, and then they give you green. But they've come out with that leaf part in white now, so you can do snow, or you can do pink or purple if you wanted to do a magical kind of version of it. But yeah, that's a great one. I don't have my copy built anymore, but I really like that set. So Vivid Brick said, Bonsai set really got me back into Lego. Wow.
Wow.
That is it's a great set, to be honest. So
I love that one. I did that one. Like, what got me back into Lego was building with my mom.
nice.
So that was the most recent one we've gotten to do together, which was really,
That is cool.
really fun.
So besides botanicals, you enjoy the creator stuff, you enjoy the Star Wars stuff.
Oh, yeah.
What are some of your favorite sets that you've built so far?
By far, the Fox has been my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the creator Fox.
I don't even know why I had so much fun with it. I just did. Like, I don't know. I had so much fun with, like, making it, like, sit the way it does and stuff. And, like, yeah, I think that one has to be my favorite.
Yeah,
I'm
that
trying
is a
to think.
great one.
I think that's gotta be, like, my favorite so far. And also the fact that you can change it into stuff. Like, that's super cool.
Do you plan on building the other versions of the Fox? Like it's an owl, right? And then a squirrel?
Yeah, I have, actually.
Nice.
I took it apart. I had my little cousin staying with me for a little while, and we had, like, a fun day where we took it apart and built all the versions of it, and then I built it back into the Fox.
Nice.
Because it's like,
See, that is cool. To me, that's a great way to get mileage out of a Lego set. You know, a lot of people, this might be a little bit of a rant. I mean, Lego is very expensive. I will agree. Lego is a pricey hobby to get into, but you've got sets like this dragon here, like the medieval dragon, and honestly, all of the builds for this set are fantastic. You know, shout out to Aaron again for designing such an amazing set, but really, like, that's the fun of the hobby, is like taking it apart and doing the other builds and, you know, doing your own little custom creation too. So
absolutely.
would you say that adds, like, a lot of value to
Oh, yeah. Well,
the set?
this one especially, like, I am a huge Game of Thrones fan. And
nice.
I was talking to my best friend about this recently, and I was like, I wanted, like, something dragon. Like, I knew they had dragons and stuff,
Yeah.
but, like, this was, like, when this was announced, like, this was the scale I needed.
Right.
I was like, it's perfect. So
Not too big, not too small.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
I would say for sure that dragon is, like, my favorite Lego dragon that they've ever done. And Lego's done a lot of dragons. There's another really good one. The Lloyd's dragon from the Ninjago movie was my favorite dragon for a long time. And that was a really cool set. But I'd have to say this one definitely beats it and looks really cool. Double of Bricks is here. You need to make a mock of the Chattanooga Aquarium buildings. That's a great suggestion. Shout out to the Chattanooga Aquarium. They were a part of my aquarium last exhibit. Let's see. Either of you have a dream Lego Star Wars set that they've yet to do? Ooh, if you could pick a Lego Star Wars vehicle or scene, or, you know, what's your dream Lego Star Wars set?
I feel like mine's kind of boring, to be honest with you. I really like, and honestly, like, I've seen it so many times and just haven't bought it yet, but I love the Emperor's Throne Room. I know it's not, like, one of the old ones. Like, I could pick, like, an old one, you know what I mean? That's,
Yeah.
like, really valuable now, but if I'm just picking, like, a favorite, I just love that one so much.
That is a cool one. They've done it a couple times, twice in kind of a larger format, and I have the first one that they did, and it is a really cool set. Comes with, like, the Royal Guards, the Imperial Guards. Okay, but here's the question: if you could pick anything that they haven't done a set on, like something that would be entirely new, and obviously you don't know all the Lego Star Wars sets that exist,
Yeah.
but what's something that you'd be like, oh, I've always wanted to see a Lego Star Wars set based on this or based on that? What would you say?
There's so many, like, options.
Yeah. I'll say mine because I would love to see, and I wouldn't say this is my top pick, but this is what comes to mind. I would love to see Gungan city, which is Otagunga, I think is the name of the city. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it would allow us to get Boss Nass as a minifigure, which I think we're long overdue for. Either a Gungan City playset or Dexter's Diner. I would love to get Dexter's Diner. That would be a dream come true. Like to get Dexter and that little robot. Like I think it's way overdue. And also, obviously, like you can reenact like Lego Star Wars, you know, because that's where the game is set around Dexter's Diner. So yeah, Dexter's Diner or Gungan City would be great.
That is so sick. I would agree, especially about Dexter's Diner. I feel like that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they've ever done this, but like the Mustafar confrontation, like between Anakin and Obi-Wan.
They have done small versions of it, but not big versions. That would be cool though.
Oh yeah, that or have they done a Camino? I don't.
We've never gotten Camino in Lego before.
Camino.
That would be. We are long overdue for a Camino set. There are some really great custom Camino mocks out there. Shout out to Rich Boy J. If you guys haven't ever seen his Camino is incredible. He built like the big like dish shaped buildings, like the domes.
Yeah.
He did like a whole building, like just minifig scale, and it's massive. And really impressive build.
That is so sick.
So, we've got, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the tail of the dragon. You want to show it off? There it is. Very cool. I
Nice,
really like the chest on this too. Like the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
So awesome.
Oh, what's up, Chatterblocks is here. Luke's homestead still not having been made is insane to me. One of the most iconic spots in Star Wars. Yeah. I have never realized that they never made one based on Luke's homestead. You can't do the twin sons.
Right. Yeah.
You can't reenact Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru's fiery demise. Like, I feel like that would be the first thing that everyone would do when they get the set for review or something. They're like, look at this, they made, they finally did Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
I know they've got like one. Is it the? It's the one like inside Owen and Beru's house.
They did, yeah. They did do a GWP with the kitchen.
Yes.
With Aunt Beru as a GWP, which I never got that one, but it is a really good GWP. So, Tyler said UCS Anakin Starfighter. Very cool. That would be cool. Are we talking like the Delta 7, or are we talking like the Dorito ship, or are we talking the one from episode 3? That would be really cool. Either of them, though. The 25th anniversary, or I think it's 20th or 25th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith is this year. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So that's kind of why we got a few episode 3 sets, like the Arc 170 just came out January 1st. So that one came out. So everyone's wondering, will we get more episode 3 sets this year? And if we do, hopefully something like a UCS Anakin Starfighter would be really cool.
That'd be so sick.
Episode 3, yeah. I am a big fan of that opening scene in episode 3 where the two Anakin and Obi-Wan fly past the Venator. Oh, that is cinema. Cinema.
Sick.
Pure cinema.
I love it. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. The prequels are somehow like more nostalgic. I guess they were like closer like to when I was born. I don't know.
Right. Everyone's got different nostalgia for different stuff. I mean, like the stuff that I feel like I grew up with, you probably did too, like seeing like the prequel merchandise and the toys and like the all the different promotional stuff for the prequels. Like I very vividly remember playing the episode 1 pod racer game and like seeing the Jar Jar cups and all that stuff. Like all of that is a key part of my childhood. So definitely very nostalgic for all of that.
Yeah, that's. Well, 'cause I was born in '99, so I was born the year. I think it was the year Phantom Menace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That was the year that Lego Star Wars also came out. Was 1999. First year of Lego Star Wars.
I did not know that. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was into like episode 4, 5, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the one that was like more commonly played in our household.
Right.
But
yep.
I don't know. It's also something about the music in like the first 3 episodes. Like you can't really.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
Yeah,
go
there's
wrong.
so much nostalgia for that.
Oh yeah.
All right, we've got our Bile Lizard here. I'm loading his cannons, and then I'm gonna fire these blasters off to never find them again. All right, here we go. Bile Lizard is done. I'm gonna probably start on the next one after this, or start on our Cyclone.
That is so sick.
Here we'll go full screen to show him off. There he is. Here, we'll take the box out of the shot. There's the Bile Lizard. Very cool. He's got some posability, like he can move his head around and his arms. Very accurate to the games, I will say. So I'm really happy with this. He also makes a return as a boss in the new Shadow game. And then I think if you, let's see if I can do this right. You can like pop that's kind of cool. You can pop the middle section off by pressing the sides down. That's fun. Very cool set. How's your dragon coming along?
It's coming along pretty good.
We're on the. Oh, you did there's a little side build too. Let's show off the side.
Oh
build.
yeah. The treasure chest.
It comes with treasure chest with some gold, but brick built. There's some gems in there too. Very cool.
I love that one. I also love the pieces that come inside of it.
Those are pretty uncommon gems as well. So.
Oh yeah.
Another hot take from Tyler. Episode 3 has the best score out of all the Star Wars movies. I feel like a lot of people are going to agree with you on that one. The Episode 3 music is fantastic. I mean, we were just talking about it with the opening of Episode 3 with the ships. That opening space battle is so good.
I love it.
Definitely like baked into my memory. Let's see. Olive Brick said, my friend has some pirate sets that he's willing to barter for. Ooh, you should jump on that. I feel like I have so much Lego backlog right now that I am not seeking any new sets right now because I've got so much stuff to build. Like there's just an insane amount. We've got enough for streaming for the next few weeks, and hopefully very soon we're going to be able to stream some review offers. I haven't talked about this, but of course Ant Bandit is now officially in the ambassador program, which I announced a few weeks ago now at this point, but I haven't talked about it in any of my content. So very excited about this opportunity, and so hopefully we'll be able to have some sets to jump into building here on the stream soon enough in the coming months. I'm not really sure. I have not gotten any review offers at this point, but I'm excited to build some stuff here on the stream with you guys. So that will be a lot of fun. All right, I'm starting this. I think by the time you get done with yours, I will be done with mine. I think if we time this correctly, we will be perfectly aligned here.
Probably so. Yeah, I've been going very slow with this one.
I am definitely a very slow builder when I'm live as well, which is why whenever I stream with someone else here, I feel like I'll just ask you a question and let you talk for a little bit, and then I'm just building as fast as I can, and then I make a lot of progress. This is a shout out to my buddy James. I love James. I love streaming with James because James will get on a story and he will go, and it's so much fun because I will get a lot done when James is telling a story. So
I'm hearing I need to be more talkative.
No. You're fine. No,
Okay.
You're totally fine. I just in the case of James, it's very easy for me to focus on building sometimes. Nothing but love for James. So, what's up? We got Solid Brick Studios here. Congrats, bro, on becoming a part of LAN. Can't wait to see what you do. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Good to see you here. Yeah, it's really exciting. I never thought that I would be a part of the ambassador program, but I'm excited to do some cool stuff. So it definitely is going to open up some doors as far as content, but I'm hoping to do a lot of the same stuff that I've got videos planned for the rest of the year that I'm excited about. So hopefully it won't make too much of a dent in my plans, but I'm excited for everything that's coming down the pipe. So thanks for chiming in. The shadow in this set is awesome. It really is. Like, this is the Super Shadow. First time getting this minifigure. I will say a criticism of this. I am a little bit disappointed as a Sonic fan that we also got Super Sonic in this set. And I am a little sad that it's the same Super Sonic. They've done a great job of like changing the face prints on these throughout this, the different sets, and it's the same Super Sonic that we got previously. But here, we'll do a close-up of there's a close-up of Shadow with the Bio Lizard. Very cool. But yes, if you haven't seen the Sonic movies, you should definitely jump into the Sonic movies at some point.
I really need to. You didn't say, do you have a Dream Star Wars set?
Oh, a Dream Star Wars set. So another set that I would really like to see them do again, which I'm a big fan of Naboo Starfighters. We talked about like Phantom Menace a little bit. I do have that original UCS Naboo Starfighter that they made. It was like one of the few sets that they've done a really big amount of chrome parts in, and it's super valuable now. I would love for them to do another Naboo Starfighter in that scale. It's like they've got the normal play scale. It's a little bit larger, but I would love to get another Naboo Starfighter. But I feel like if we're talking episode 3, because this is the anniversary of episode 3 this year, I would probably want Padme's ship.
Ooh, that's a cool one.
We have never gotten Padme's ship ever. Any of her ships, really. And the one from episode 3, also we've got Tails here. New Tails, Angry Tails. Let's zoom in. There he is. Angry Tails. I would love to see Padme's ship. That would be a really cool one. The one I usually really like the one from episode 2 that they have in the desert scenes in Tatooine, and then they take that one to Geonosis.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about outside of Star Wars, though. If you could just, by sake of your own willpower, manifest a Lego set from a fandom or a game or something that you're into, what would you go for? What kind of fandom would you go? I need that in Lego. I need a Lego set of that.
Definitely Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones? Okay.
Definitely Game of Thrones.
There would be a lot of people that would agree with you, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think it would be cool to have like something like this, but like miniaturized, but like Daenerys' dragon, so it like comes with like 3 of them. I think that would be so sick.
That would be really cool.
Like I said, I'm a big like dragon fan, or just like mythical creatures.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Mythical creatures. I would like to see a Mothman.
Mothman in Lego?
A Mothman Lego set would be really
That would
cool.
be hilarious.
Maybe
Mothman is a
horror.
hilarious pick.
Like,
Where
it would be
are
so
the
sick.
This is my first act as a LAN member, is getting you a Mothman set made. I'll be on the LAN like, where's my Mothman set?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. It's probably a little too horror, but it would be so sick.
That would be fun.
He had some like glowing red eyes or something.
David asked, are you going to Atlanta BrickCon? Of course I am, yes. Atlanta BrickCon, if you guys didn't know, the venue is like 10 minutes down the road from me. So it's my home convention, so I'm very excited about it. You'll be there as well, right?
I will.
Are you
yeah.
going to be working at the Bricker Builds booth?
Yes, I'll be working at the Bricker Builds booth.
So if you want to see Gracie, go say hi to the Bricker Builds booth. I'll be walking around. I'm curious, David, are you going to be there? It'd be really cool to see you there. I think Tyler's going to be there, Vivid Bricks as well, who's in the chat. Atlanta BrickCon is like, to me is one of my favorite shows of the entire year. For me, it's like Brick World in Chicago and Atlanta BrickCon right there. Obviously, I'm biased because it's like the home convention, but it is so much fun. It is definitely grown a lot. Like just a couple years ago, it was in a high school gym, like a basketball gym.
Oh wow!
And Bricker Builds was one of the few vendors there. I remember helping them set up and everything. But yeah, it's a great show. Highly recommend. If you're in Atlanta or just a member of the LEGO community, it is highly worth checking out. Every year that they've had Atlanta BrickCon, they have doubled the amount of space and exhibitors and attendees. And so it is, it's very exciting every year to see it grow. And I'm really happy to just see the success so far. I'm friends with the people who put it on, and Nick and Amanda. They do a great job of making it a very AFOL focused event. They do a really great award ceremony with a dinner for all of the attendees who are exhibiting, and it's just a really good time. So yeah, if you're going, let me know. ExoEdit said, "Is this the cool kids club?" I mean, you're here, so now it is, I guess. Good to see you, Jetty. And yeah, I'm very excited. Jetty will also be at. Yeah, I think Jetty's going to be at Atlanta BrickCon as well. Jetty has a mock that I know that he needs to register and exhibit there. So this is me getting on him for that. Let's see. Evan said, "How do I bid on this item? Is this a sponsored Whatnot stream? $1 for the start?" This is not a sponsored Whatnot stream by any means. No, we're just building and hanging out. So no, you cannot buy. You cannot buy this stuff. I don't know. Maybe if you donate $1, we'll do a little dance for you. I don't know. I don't want to put Gracie on the spot, but I'll do a little jig for a dono.
I mean, I think you got it. I think
I'm doing. That's a free teaser. I can't. No free jigs. No free dances around here. We have done that on the stream though. If you watch some of the old streams, for some really long streams that we just started getting really silly with me and James, we would definitely do some silly stuff for.
That's awesome.
For different donations. Ant Bandit FNAF live stream. Oh man, that would be a good time, but only if Aaron Crumbly is here to help us out with that. I feel like I need Aaron Crumbly here for a FNAF stream.
I was gonna say, you did say you like it, so
yeah.
Like FNAF,
hey,
so.
I would not mind. I think FNAF is pretty fun. I have never played a FNAF game, but I know the FNAF lore. There's a FNAF movie that is pretty entertaining.
I was gonna say, did you see it?
I did. It was all right. It's not the best movie ever. They're doing a sequel though, which is interesting. There's one of the actors in it is Jason Lillard, who played Shaggy in Scooby-Doo.
I met him actually.
What?
Yeah, I went to. So I went to.
Please tell that story.
Dang it! What was it called now? A Mad Monster Party.
Okay.
They used to do it in I think it was South Carolina every year, but my dad for Christmas last year, the whole Scream cast was going to be there, so I met.
Oh, was he in Scream as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he well, because Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich were the killers in that.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the original.
Yeah.
Okay. See,
yeah.
I haven't seen the original Scream, so I have no idea.
I just spoiled it for you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I kind of spoiled FNAF too, because Jason, he's also the killer in FNAF. So.
Oh gosh, sorry. I thought
we're just dropping spoilers, everybody. Welcome to the Ant Bandit Wednesday live stream.
I guess I just assumed everybody had seen that.
I know that there's several Scream movies, and I know that there's a Scream TV show as well. So
yes,
and I know that Emma Roberts or not Emma Roberts. Is she in the?
She's in the
Scream
fourth
TV?
one.
Okay.
Oh wait.
I thought she was in the TV show.
Yeah, no, she's in I think it is Emma Roberts. She's in the 4th one. She plays like Sydney, the main character. She plays her cousin. Well, there's 5 other ones that I haven't spoiled for you that you should see. But yeah,
we should have like a permanent spoiler tag. I have definitely spoiled stuff on the stream before, and I feel bad because I don't know how you feel about spoilers, but I usually, when it's something that I am anticipating or looking forward to, I avoid spoilers like the plague. Yeah. I go as far as to like cover my ears and like in the theater when the trailer's playing. After the first trailer is out, I don't want to watch anything else. So usually, like if it's a Star Wars movie or something that I'm really hyped about, I will sensory deprive myself of any spoilers possible. What's up, Aubrey? Aubrey is here. How's it going? Good to see you. Yeah. Are you the same way? Are you bothered by spoilers?
Yes. Yeah. There are some things I will spoil from it. Okay. So like I said, like I don't do sad stuff well.
Okay.
So
you
like
want to emotionally prepare yourself.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Like I don't. Yeah. Stuff like that. I'm like I have to know. Like there's literally a website called Does the Dog Die?
There is.
There is,
That's
and
hilarious.
I'm a big. I guess you don't subscribe to it, but it's like saved in like my bookmarks on my browser.
So you can check.
Mm-hmm.
What a helpful thing, though. I definitely was scarred by what is it? Oh, Where the Red Fern Grows.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
I read that.
That is the saddest movie where. Oh, well, spoilers.
I know what happens, but
it's kind of like it's an old thing at this point. So spoilers: the dog dies and Where the Red Fern Grows.
Yeah.
That's a very sad one. Yeah. This is turning out to be a really fun stream.
It's great. I could talk movies and TV shows all day. So
nice.
Yeah, it's So I got to prepare myself, but like when it comes to like I said, Game of Thrones, I'm off social media when those episodes are actively airing.
I am a big fan of the Game of Thrones board game. Have you ever played that?
No.
It's a lot of fun. My roommates back in college, shout out to Orlando and Kyler and Justin. They were big fans of Game of Thrones, and they played the board game a lot, and it's a lot of fun. It's like almost like Risk, where you have your different factions and everyone plays a different house or like faction in Game of Thrones. And the fun thing is that there's a counter where the wildlings are going to attack you at a certain point. So you're fighting against each other and vying for control of the game board, but you also have to watch out because if you're like combined strength isn't enough to defeat the invasion, you all lose. So it's just like the show where you have got like these tense moments of working together but also not working together. It's a lot of fun. So.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Ann Bandit, I met you a few years ago in a comic shop in Florida and took a picture with you. I'm going to film school in a few months and wanted to thank you for inspiring me into becoming a filmmaker. Wow, that's so awesome. I remember you. White Changla, I remember you. That was great. I ran into him in Famous Faces and Funnies in Florida. That was my hometown comic book shop growing up. So
wow.
Great to see you. That's awesome. Super cool that you're going to film school. That's really cool. Man, that's awesome that you're here. I definitely have told the story of running into someone who recognized me in my hometown before. So that is really cool to see you here. So best of luck in film school. Make some cool stuff. That's great. Aubrey, or Exo, not Aubrey, Jetty asked, are you going to keep expanding the Sonic Ideas set with these models? That is a good question. I'm actually looking at the Sonic Ideas set here down on the floor. It was on my shelf, but it's now on the floor. It's this one, like way over here. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
So some backstory for those who don't know. The first Sonic set that they ever came out with was for Ideas, and it's that like it comes with a little loop, and it's like a version of like comes with the little side-scrolly version of Sonic, and the fan designer came out with a design to expand it by buying a second copy of the set. And so I made a video. That was one of my early videos on this channel, was like reviewing that expansion and building it, and to this day is one of my best performing videos on the channel. So it did very well. I'm very proud of how it turned out. I did not expect it to be the one that kind of blew up, but I will say this: I am very excited to make more Sonic content. Not to just like yap about Sonic some more. But
I like like I said, I haven't watched it in years, but like not watched it. I haven't played it in years, but I still like the content.
Yeah.
You know.
This is the thing. If you know anybody who's into Sonic, like more than the regular person, I've learned this about myself and about other people who are into Sonic the Hedgehog, who like grew up playing the games and watching the shows and all that. If you get them on the topic, they will just keep talking about Sonic and burrow deep down into the lore of Sonic and keep going and going and going. And that's me. So I have to remember when I'm talking to people, okay, we're just gonna keep things surface level. So I am planning on doing more Sonic content on YouTube. I have a plan for a video that I want to do later on this year where I build a really big Sonic mock. So I have plans for a big Sonic mock in my head. I have plans. So
sounds awesome.
I did list, so I will say this. So as part of joining the Ambassador Network too, one of the things that you do when you first join is you answer some questions about like, what are your favorite themes and what kind of stuff do you incorporate in your content? And my number one theme that I listed that is my favorite is Lego Sonic. So I am hoping that will lead to some cool opportunities from the Ambassador Network, whether it's getting to some early press kits or sets or things like that. So that would be really cool. So if that happens, I would be very happy. But yeah, it is definitely my favorite theme right now, just because I'm a big fan. So, but yeah.
You're making me want to get into Sonic.
This is my evangelizing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for the lore for sure.
Ozbrick Creator said, "Are you into the Sonic IDW comics at all? They are my favorite part of the franchise. I've read a bunch of them, but I have not stayed up to date with them. I have kind of go through like chunks of reading the comics, but I am a big fan of the games. I'm a big fan of the movies, the TV shows, all that stuff. The comics have always been a little bit hit or miss for me. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to enjoy. But let's get back to Game of Thrones though, because I want to ask your thoughts on House of the Dragon. Are you a big House of the Dragon fan as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I've watched all of it. Did you watch that one?
I have seen all of season 1, but I have only seen one episode of season 2. I need to finish season 2. So I am a big fan, but I had some friends who I made plans to watch season 2 in person with some friends, and unfortunately their baby that they just had sleep regress, and so it made it really hard to like schedule getting together to watch the show. So
yeah.
Nothing wrong with it at all, but I'm holding out hope that we can all get together and watch it eventually. But yeah,
Hopefully so.
Did you like season 2?
I did. Yeah, it's like still be spoiler free. I promise.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I do care about spoilers for House of the Dragon, so we'll put that out there.
That one, I did like it. I don't remember it being like as memorable as season 1, but it was still good. I remember wanting more from it for sure. So I'm gonna be thankful when another season comes out.
Nice.
But
is there going to be another season after season 2?
I think so. I hope so. It's kind of, I mean, with any Game of Thrones, anything, it's like they're always gonna leave you wanting more at the end of any season. So I should have known going into it.
That makes sense. Tyler asked, "Are you into Transformers as well?" We'll put that to Gracie. Are you into Transformers? You can say no. Get out of here, Tyler.
Well, Tyler knows I haven't seen Transformers.
Oh, is this pointed at you? This is this seems like a targeted question.
I'm sure this was a question for you.
Okay. Yes, I enjoy Transformers. I'm a big Transformers fan. I did really like the new movie. They came out with a new movie recently called, what was it? I forget the name of it. It was the animated one. I really liked that. I saw that one with my dad and had a good time with that. So, yes. I think, I'm thinking back on it, the first Transformers movie, the one with Sam Witwicky and, you know, Megan Fox, all this stuff, that was the first midnight premiere that I had ever been to.
Wow.
And I remember going to it and like seeing people dressed up and, you know, back in the day when midnight premieres at movies were a big deal. I really love going to premieres. That was kind of a thing that I really enjoyed doing back at home. And yeah, not so much anymore. I feel like midnight premieres these days are like, you know, non-existent. Like,
Yeah.
have you been to midnight premieres before?
Not that I remember. I remember like when the Hunger Games came out, that was like a big thing, and I remember wanting to do that, but I was like 13 at the time, and yeah, I don't remember ever really going to one, but I remember wanting to go to them.
Yeah.
It's like all my friends did it, like the Twilight movies and stuff.
Yep. Speaking of, we have some. You know, we know that the Lego Ideas Twilight House is coming out at some point. That is going to be really exciting. Are you planning on, like, does that excite you, Lego Twilight? Is that an exciting thing for you?
So I've never seen Twilight.
Oh, you've never seen Twilight. Okay.
But I've seen it, and I was actually talking about it earlier today. I really like how it looks. So, like, I would almost just build it for how cool it looks.
Nice.
I like the truck build with it. Like, and the minifigures are great. They're like on point. So.
Very nice. Yeah, I am. You know, I'm not sure if if I will get the Lego set, but I do like Twilight memes. I'm a big fan of Twilight memes.
Oh yeah.
Really, I think that determines, you know, I think, you know, my interest in things nowadays. Sometimes it's like, how are the memes though?
That's fair. Have you seen the movie?
I have seen the movies. It's been a long time though, so. But I do like it for the memes. Tyler said, never in a million years would I thought we would get a Twilight set. Not a huge fan of it, but I think it's really funny that we have one. It is indeed. I am a big fan of the fact that, like, Lego Ideas as a platform, like, allows us to get stuff that we would never expect to get. Like, I know I was a bit disappointed we never got Lego Shrek. That was something that never happened, but there was a Lego Shrek project that never made it, and that would have been really cool. But we've gotten some wild stuff. I mean, Lego Sonic would never have existed if it weren't for Lego Ideas. So I'm a big Lego Ideas fan, and yeah, very happy for the fans that are excited for it. So
yeah, that one. I do like the window design on it.
mm-hmm.
I will say, it's pretty cool.
It is very
even
cool.
for someone that like hasn't seen Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
Like the window, I think there's like a part of it where like the windows are like asymmetrical or whatever. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's always a good thing when, you know, you're not necessarily a fan of the set itself, but you can appreciate, or you're not a fan of the source material, but you can appreciate the design of the Lego set.
For sure, yeah.
So, but yeah.
So if you could like manifest any set, what would it be?
Man, such a hard question. I feel like so many of my interests, like themes that have interested me, like obviously Lego Star Wars is a big thing that I'm into. I feel like there's been so much that has happened, so many sets and themes that we've gotten that I would have never expected that we would have ever gotten. So having Sonic and Lego is super exciting. I would probably go for more video game themes. Like, we've already got, I built the Lego Zelda set, which is down here under the table. Yeah, it's just down there. We built that on the last stream last year, and so I'm really excited that we have Mario to an extent, not the minifigures. I would really love to see more Nintendo themes.
Ooh, yeah.
If I were going to manifest a Nintendo theme to get a Lego set, it would be Metroid. I would love to see Metroid. I'm a big Metroid fan. I would love to see a Lego Ridley. He's a dragon. You would like him because he's a dragon. He's like a big purple dragon. I would love to see Samus's spaceship in Lego form. That would be the perfect Nintendo set to me. Really, anything else Nintendo would be my dream. So the fact that we've gotten Lego Animal Crossing and Mario and now Zelda and a lot of video game themes, I'm really holding out for more Nintendo stuff. So that's kind of my dream. Let's see. I'm still waiting for Lego Shrek, said Tyler. I feel like that would do so well. I mean, speaking of memes, can you imagine the Lego Shrek memes? That would be so funny.
I'd be there for it.
Lego Avatar: The Last Airbender, but the M. Night version. No. We don't want that. Yeah. But I feel like, there's so much of Lego that, I try not to. I feel like there's a lot of people in the different fandoms too that focus on, oh, if only we had this, or if only this figure looked better, or if only this. I don't know. There's so much cool stuff to enjoy with Lego already. And I think part of me nowadays, because I used to be just a collector of the sets, but I got into mock building, and to me that's if it doesn't exist, build it.
Yeah.
If that scene doesn't exist, build the mock or make your own version or submit it to Lego Ideas. There are so many ways to get the things that you want in Lego. The Twilight house, I could never imagine Twilight existing in Lego, and it's a fan design that was accepted, right? So I think it's a great fandom to be a part of, because if it doesn't exist, you can push to make it happen or make changes to it. So M. Night, you are truly evil. Do you know about the M. Night version of Avatar?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I know you haven't seen Avatar, so I was I really hope no one tells you to watch that.
Because I watched the original cartoon.
The cartoon,
but
right.
not.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That's all I've seen.
That's good. Okay, good. It's there's a scene in the M. Night Avatar that's hilarious. So you might have seen it online, but it's the way that they do earthbending is 6 guys all doing this, ritual to shoot one rock, and they have these 6 guys kind of doing the earthbending, and then the camera pans over, and this one rock is slowly floating through the air towards the firebender. It's so ridiculous. The fact that movie got made is just a mind-blowing thing to me.
That's crazy.
I will say, so I'll tell you an Avatar story. So I haven't seen, there's a new Avatar series, the live action show, which I have not seen. I've heard mixed things on. I'll probably end up watching it eventually, but I was such a big fan of the cartoon growing up that I was nothing. I'm still a big fan of it. I've watched it, rewatched it many times. But I went to Dragon Con. Have you been to Dragon Con?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So Dragon Con this year, it's a big nerd convention, comic convention, kind of pop culture and entertainment convention here in Atlanta. It's so much fun, lots of cosplay and celebrities attending, all kinds of fun events. And they have an app where you can schedule your different panels that you go to. And I got really excited when I was scrolling, because I thought, an Avatar cast panel. And I didn't read it closely enough and thought that it was for the voice actors of the original show. And so I was with my friend Jillian. We waited in line for these panels. The lines for these panels are really long. They wrap around outside the block, around the block outside the building. And so I'm waiting in line, and she didn't say anything because I was telling her, I'm so excited. I love all these actors. They've done some really cool voices. I'm a big fan. And she didn't say anything, but she just gave me this confused look. And then we got in to the panel, and I sat down.
Oh, no.
And they said, "Welcome to the Avatar cast of the live action show," which I've never seen. And they all came out, and I was like, I totally made the mistake of coming to this panel. I didn't know it was for the other show.
That's terrible.
But I waited in line for a solid 30, 40 minutes for a panel that I had no idea. And honestly, I was like, I mean, I've never seen the show. I'm sure it's fine, and everyone there was excited for it. But I left early. I was like, this is not for me. So yeah.
That's disappointing, though.
I was I was a little bit disappointed. I was disappointed in myself for getting too eager for the Avatar cast. So.
And you said that was Dragon Con this year?
That was Dragon Con this last year in 2024. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Were you there as well?
Yeah.
I feel like were you at the Bricker Builds?
Yeah, I was working. I had one day off. I did like walk around that Sunday.
Nice.
And just see all the things that there were to see.
Have you done Dragon Con previously before that, or
no?
Oh, wow.
That was my first one. Like I had several friends, like basically the entire film industry goes. So I had a lot of friends that did, but I just like I don't know. It's like a broke college student. I was like,
yeah,
it's fine.
Dragon Con is a lot of fun. I will say I don't usually go to a lot of conventions outside of Lego conventions. Dragon Con is kind of the one every year that I really enjoy going to. And I have a lot of friends that go as well, and it's always cool to see people dress up. But there's basically the way it happens, for those that don't know, it happens in downtown Atlanta in like across 4 different hotels. So you see people on the street just in cosplay walking around. It's a lot of fun. And one of the hotels, the Marriott, is where they shot Loki and a bunch of different movies and stuff like that. So it's the TVA essentially, and it's filled to the brim with people in cosplay and just crazy costumes they've worked for all year on, and it's a lot of fun. Let's see. Lego 4 Virgo said, "Wait, thoughts on a Star Trek CMF series?" I have not heard of a Star Trek CMF series. I haven't heard of rumors about this either. I know there's rumors about a potential Star Trek Lego set coming out, but I have not heard any rumors on a CMF series. But anyways, Dragon Con is a lot of fun. And I'm excited. Have you ever cosplayed before? I feel like you have. What have you cosplayed as before?
Only once, which was that Sunday of this past Dragon Con. I went as Pearl.
This is Dragon Con and we're building dragons.
It's perfect conversation.
The perfect conversation topic right here.
Yes. Yeah, I went. Did you ever see Pearl?
Yes. That's right. I remember seeing you dressed up as Pearl. That's right.
Really?
Yeah, because I think, weren't you wearing it at the booth as well, or no?
I stopped by the booth that day.
Nice.
I mean, probably so. We probably crossed paths at some point.
Nice.
I feel like there were so many people there. Like, it was such an overwhelming experience.
It's
but, like,
very overstimulating.
Oh, yeah. I loved it, though. Like, I'll definitely go back this year for sure.
Nice.
Really enjoyed it.
What? So you've done Pearl. What character would you do next? What are your cosplay aspirations?
I don't know. Because I used to be in costume, so I would write a bunch of these ideas down. I would like to do like a Shigo.
Ooh, yeah.
Like something like that.
Shigo would be great.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I've been wanting to sew again, so maybe that'll be kind of my next project, is starting to work on something like that.
That would be cool.
Yeah, we'll see. I've got so many costume ideas written down.
I'm sure, yeah, especially if that's what you do, right?
Yeah. Well, because when I was learning to sew too, I had a boss that was gone for 6 weeks, so I literally spent every day in our tailor shop just learning. And so there were so many ideas. I was like, well, if I'm gonna dress up, I'm gonna make it myself.
Nice.
So
that's cool.
just need to act on it.
Yeah. So Shigo, what about other characters? Is that kind of the top of your list, or do you have other ideas? Or characters you'd like to do someday, not necessarily next year.
Someday, you know what? I have them written down.
Ooh, let's go through Gracie's cosplay plans. But they shorten it. They call it cos plans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
Oh, Kill Bill. I wanted to make a Kill Bill.
Like the yellow and black suit?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool.
I did write down, so there's a comical one. Is like did you ever watch SpongeBob?
Yeah.
I was trying so hard to get, because I went with some friends this year. I wanted to do the, is it like the International Justice League of Super Acquaintances or whatever?
Yep.
So I think that's what it's called.
That would be like Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man. Yep.
And like, what is it? It's like the elastic. It's like Patrick.
Oh,
like
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. His outfit from that.
Yes. I'm like, that would be hilarious.
That would be so fun. She was here earlier, but Aubrey from Utah, we were at Brick World a couple years ago. Aubrey, actually, another Aubrey who likes to dress up. We did a surprise 5K at Brick World one year. Just got convinced by Martin Bricksnaps, who just said, hey, you guys want to run a 5K? And we did. And it was a superhero 5K. And so Aubrey dressed up as Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy to run the superhero 5K. It was a lot of fun. So, yeah, it was a good time.
That is awesome. So have you ever like cosplayed or?
Not really. So my problem, as with most things in life, is procrastination. So I have all these aspirations or plans, and I get to a couple weeks before the event, and I, just oh, that's my part. I get to the last few weeks of prep, and I don't have any time to finish it. But I do have plans. I did do a very chill Spider-Man for this last Brick World, where I just had like an athletic shirt, and I just wore normal pants and the shirt, because I kind of have like a Peter Parker type vibe already, so it was pretty easy. But my favorite part of the show was definitely like I was walking around, and at one point I just had a drink in hand, and I'm walking around, and there was like another Spider-Man, and so we did the pointing meme, and we were just having fun with each other, and then there was another Spider-Man, and he joined, and we were doing the pointing meme, and we started going around as a group and gathering every other Spider-Man that we saw doing this, and it was like 30 or 40 of us, and people were taking pictures, and we're all like, so that was a lot of fun.
That is awesome.
And I would love to do a full Spider-Man suit at some point, but someday. But yeah, I'm thinking next year I will.
Dropping pieces.
Oh, you're fine. I dropped pieces earlier too. It's a little bit difficult when it lands on the carpet, and it's like, where did it go?
It's like hard to keep track of.
I will show off here. We got we have Metal Sonic. This is one of the reasons that people are buying this set is for this figure. Metal Sonic is here. Very cool figure. A lot of people have mixed opinions on him, but I like him. I think this is a really cool character. There he is.
That's super sick.
Robot Sonic. The weird thing here, we'll do this. Everybody's doing this on social media. He's got an extra hole on the back of his head, so you can put his head on, and he can do like flight mode. So I think it looks kind of awkward, but there he is. There's flight mode Metal Sonic.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's not really any other minifigures that do that, so we'll put Metal Sonic here with the rest of them. But my cosplay aspirations are, I have a character, I've talked about it on this stream before, if you go back and watch these old streams, where I have parts of the costume, but I would really like to do more of it. I have a friend who does a lot of cosplay stuff, and I would love to get her the help on it. But essentially, it's the Rocketeer, which is a character from an old 1992 Disney movie called The Rocketeer, and I would love to get the full costume, but essentially he's a guy with a jetpack. He's like Iron Man, but in the 30s or something like that, 1970. I don't know the exact era off the top of my head, but really great movie, really cool character. He's the guy on the poster behind the wall. Actually, that guy right there. But I have the helmet, and I have part of the costume done. I would love to finish it and get the jacket and the jetpack and all of that, but
That would be sick.
yeah,
That would be really cool.
someday, maybe next year for Dragon Con. Let's see. We had somebody else. We were talking about Spyro, and I missed the Spyro chat. Ridley's not the only purple dragon from a game that would make a good set. Cough, cough, Spyro. Yes. Oh, Spyro would be an amazing dragon. If you guys like Spyro, you should check out Cool Guy Dom's Spyro build that he put together. He did a really cool custom Spyro mock.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I've watched gameplay of that before, but I've never played that one myself.
They did a remaster of the Spyro games on the Switch called Spyro Reignited, and it's a really fun trilogy of games that they remastered. So
That's awesome.
yeah. But yeah, Dragon Con is definitely a lot of fun. If you're ever in Atlanta, it happens during Labor Day is when Dragon Con usually happens. So, but you've been to a lot of Lego conventions yourself as well.
I have, yeah.
Which Lego conventions have you been to so far? Lots of brick conventions, I know.
Brick Convention and Brick Fan Expo.
Nice.
That's pretty much it. Just been to a lot of those.
Nice.
But
nice.
I mean, I never get tired of it.
Mhm.
It's seeing. I mean, there's something different everywhere you go. Cause you get people with. I mean, nobody's mocks are the same. So it's really cool.
Have you ever had aspirations to build your own mocks? Is it something that you might do at some point, or what do you think about that?
Yeah, I had thought recently about doing some very small ones based around T1D. Actually, I thought about
Nice.
doing an insulin pump because I thought it'd be very anyone who has T1D gets really excited when you see something related to it.
Yeah.
I saw someone in an advertisement the other day wearing a glucose sensor. So I'm that'd be kind of cool just to have something
Yeah.
specific to the community.
That
But
would be really cool.
we'll see. I feel it'd be easy too. They're very blocky devices anyway. So
That would be
kinda
cool.
do the work for me a little bit. But yeah, I think it'd be really fun to mess around with
And that could be
especially-
something that if you go to conventions and you travel a lot for these different conventions, you could just bring with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah, I've met so many. In fact, I went to a convention in Greenville back in October, I want to say it was. And this little girl came up to me because she was excited. She had looked at some of the builds around me, and she came up to me and she's like, "Do you build too?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she saw my insulin pump, and she was showing me hers, and
That's so great.
it
Wow.
opened up a really good conversation. She was 6 years old.
That's cool.
So I think that would be really awesome. I've met so many diabetics on the road too.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what you would build? What the build would look like, or do you have an idea?
I would want to build my initial thought was an Omnipod, which would deal with a lot of Technic parts.
Mm.
And it's like a round white pod that has several ports in it and a little tube. I'm some of the parts that are available, it would be really easy to recreate that.
Nice.
It would have some really complex parts too, but I think it'd be exciting to try.
Yeah. I can tell you, I have never seen anything like that in Lego before ever. So.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things most people wouldn't like know what it is, but the people that do know, like, it would be very special.
They would get it.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, it's like definitely a community where it's once you identify it, like, even though it's not like a huge thing, it's like you're like, oh, someone else gets it. So I think that'd be a cool way to like reach other people like that in the community. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably gonna try it at some point.
Yeah, you should. That's awesome. I think that would be a really cool thing to see. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's one. Well, in Dexcoms, like you can find those on people everywhere, like wearing them. Like even people without T1D will wear them sometimes. And, like very identifiable. And it's just a little shape, but it's like identifiable. I don't know.
Yeah, it's recognizable.
Absolutely.
That would be cool.
So, what's like your favorite mock that you've made before?
Favorite mock? I would say the one that I think that I've enjoyed the most, and that I'm the most proud of, is probably my jellyfish mock. Have you seen that one? I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I haven't.
I think I have it downstairs, so I'll have to show you when you head out tonight. It was something that I built for Brick World 2 years ago at this point. And I brought it to a few different conventions, but I also did a video on it. If you watch my content, you would know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, it's like a lifelike jellyfish mock, and I brought it to Brick World 2 years ago, 2023, and I got nominated for Best Creature.
Oh, wow.
At the show. So I didn't end up winning. The winner was rightfully deserved it. But it was a really cool build and one that I'm really proud of. I've shown it at a lot of different conventions since then. And I'm thinking of retiring it just to like have it displayed here at the house, because for me, I like to go to conventions and exhibit things that are new and that I'm, so I don't like to show up empty-handed with old mocks or, stuff that people have already seen. And I'm probably going to have to do that at Atlanta BrickCon in a couple weeks here, but I'm definitely, I enjoy having new stuff on display. I'm definitely feeling the pressure to finish my mocks for Atlanta, and I've got a lot of work left ahead of me, so literally got it tomorrow. I've got to make some more progress, so I'm building away. I've got, I think, 2.5 weeks before the show. So, but I'm excited because I definitely have a lot of stuff in the works that I want to exhibit at some different conventions this year. Chicago being the big one. Chicago's like a big goal for me to have something new at Chicago, and they just announced like the open space for exhibitors at Chicago, and I have not registered yet, so it's always stressful when you exhibit too, because a lot of the time, at least for me, I don't have my builds done, and so I have to like sign up and say, yeah, it'll be there, and they give you dedicated space for your mock, and it's always nerve-wracking to like, okay, now I gotta finish it, or now I gotta start it.
Absolutely.
So I have to register for some space for stuff that I have not built, and that stresses me out.
That's exciting though.
What's that?
That's exciting though.
Yeah.
Like just.
It is exciting. I really enjoy building, and hey, we got Monkey Man, my man, killing it as always. What's up, Jordan? We're building Sonic stuff here tonight, so put Lincoln on. We've got Tails and Metal Sonic and all the gang here. But yeah, I really enjoy building for fun, and building for exhibiting. That's something that I definitely like didn't always do as part of the hobby, and now I feel like it's the part of the hobby that I enjoy the most, is like taking something to a convention and showing it off and seeing people like walk up to it and like have some kind of interaction with it. I definitely, so you've seen this at conventions where a lot of people, they bring something to display or exhibit and they sit next to it. So there's a lot of opportunity to like chat with people about your builds.
Yeah.
But honestly, I kind of like just kind of lurking from a distance. This sounds kind of creepy, actually, if I'm admitting this. I like to watch people. I like to watch people from a distance. I like to see the interactions and the, like, you know, like a kid. There was a really cool moment at Brick World where I saw a kid come up and like he saw my mocks on the table and he was like, oh wow, that's so cool. And he ran away and he grabs his parents and he brings them over and he's showing them. And you know, if I was standing there right next to the build, they might have felt obligated to talk to me or something. So it was a cool thing to see happen. You know, just when I was not trying to, you know, interrupt their experience of it. So
It's very genuine.
yeah, it was really cool. So I like seeing that kind of stuff, and I think that kind of gives me the love for the hobby. Is, you know, I was a kid going to LEGO conventions, and I enjoyed seeing that the kind of interactions that I would have, you know, as a kid for other people. So. Osbrick Creator said, I hear you about this time last year. I displayed at a con with a pretty big Skylanders mock, not expecting too many people to recognize it. The conversation I had with the people that did were so good. Yes. Yeah, those interactions with people at conventions are so fun. So it's definitely become my favorite part of the hobby, for sure. I feel like my interest in LEGO definitely leveled up when I got involved going to conventions. So, but yeah.
I've wanted to do some like rock and roll type things. Like, I like the what are they called? It's like a lot of tiles, like in the style of like how the Starry Night one is, you know?
Like the mosaic or the
mosaic.
art pieces? Mosaics,
yes,
yep.
That's like, I don't know why the word was not coming to me, but like a lot of like album covers like that would be really cool. I mean, I'm sure somebody's done it, but still.
What album would you do as a mosaic? Or what album cover? Does one come to mind?
I really like the I don't remember the name of the album, but the Rolling Stones album that Beast of Burden is on.
Ooh, yeah.
That one, like, it's like very Warhol type. I don't know. I think it'd be really cool. It's like very colorful, you know, so I think that's why it would be so fun.
At Brick World this last year, one of the other creators, his name is Tech. He's from the UK. He had brought all the pieces to build the album cover for Sabrina Carpenter's album, and he hadn't finished it, so he was building the mosaic live there and finished it just in time to display it for the public on the next day. So he had a bunch of people helping him out. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, album covers are a really cool idea for mosaics. So
absolutely. I mean, because it's like it's already kind of in that style, you know?
Yeah, it translates really well, and it's like a good display piece too, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think something like Queen would be really cool too. Like anything colorful.
Yeah, that would be cool. We are coming up here on 2 hours and 8 minutes. We've been here for a long time. Thank you guys for hanging out. We're going to keep building. You're almost done. I don't want to stop you. I'm almost done with this too. How about we give it like another 10 minutes or so and then call it?
Sounds
good. Okay. Yeah. What's up? We got that one Blue dude. What's up? How's it going? Gene's version is here. Hello, Gene's version. Welcome to the stream. We've got a few other people here hanging out. We've just been building Sonic sets and chilling this whole time. If you guys are just joining, we've already built the Bio-Lizard here, the Shadow and Sonic versus the Bio-Lizard. We've got Gracie, who's working on her dragon. You want to show off your progress here?
Yeah.
Here, let me go full screen for your progress here. The
There we
dragon,
go.
he is yet to fly. He's going to be learning to fly here soon.
He's getting there.
The medieval dragon. Great set, by the way. Great choice. But yeah, we're just hanging out, building, and if you guys didn't know, we are back to our weekly live streams this year. We're going to be doing Wednesday night streams around 7 o'clock Eastern. I really enjoy doing this and having friends like Gracie over to build and hang out, just as like we can hang out with you guys, and I can hang out with someone here, build something in my backlog, and I definitely would love to do this a lot more throughout the year. So I don't know who I'm gonna have on next week, but regardless, we've got plenty of sets to build. I did pick up the new Star Wars sets that just came out in January, so I will probably end up building those next week. But yeah, we've got a lot of fun stuff in the works, more content, and yeah, I'm excited for this year. So hopefully this isn't the last time that you come and build. You're welcome to come over and build in the future, Gracie, if you want to. I'm forcing you to describe if you're. I'm forcing you right now to tell me if you're having fun, and then you can tell me if you want to come back on camera.
I'm having a great time, honestly.
She's having a great time, guys.
I am. I love building anyway, and it's like you said, building with friends is even better.
Yeah.
Like I find myself, like I said, like I rewatch movies, so I find myself sitting on my bed, like building stuff and watching movies, which is never a bad thing, but sometimes it's nice to build with people.
Do you build a lot with other people? Like you said, you build with your family a lot too, though, right? Like, or you build sets with your family. Or you have in the past.
With my mom, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, me and my mom have built together a little bit. We've done like a few sets together. It's been our thing, and then I also my best friend Bailey, she
nice.
She builds with me. She likes a lot of pink stuff. Like like I think she just bought the typewriter recently.
Oh, nice. The creator one?
Yes,
that
and she's got I don't remember which botanical set it is, but she has it like on her dresser, and it's really cute with her room.
Nice.
But yeah, so she's very much into like floral and pink.
Shout out to Bailey.
Yeah, she's the best.
She's
awesome.
She's the best.
Yeah, we do like to watch movies and like build stuff together too. So it's nice to actually like live with someone who likes Lego too.
Yeah. Speaking of builds, that's such a bad segue. We got a build here. We've got the Cyclone. This is Tails' Cyclone right here. His kind of walking ship thing. This is actually the Cyclone 2, I think. Hang on. Did I finish this? I did finish this. Okay. It has a weird like transforming feature where it squats down, but hey, there it is. We'll do this. There you go. I should put the figure in it, but there's the Cyclone. Let's see. Gene, it's good to see you too. I have such a hard time committing to weekly streams, but I do like knowing when people are having consistent streams. Hey, I do too. I say I'm back to doing consistent streams, but we'll see. This is like a little bit of the new year, new me syndrome, right? Hey, I'm saying I'm going to do it. We'll see if it happens. But some weeks, like, I don't know, you make the plans and it's like, yeah, I'm going to get live tonight. And then I just like get started and I'm like, I don't feel like I have the energy, or sometimes like in the past, I haven't had anything like interesting to build that I'm excited about. I always have tons of Lego to build, but sometimes it's like I don't really have a set that I'm thrilled to do. So I feel that. Ooh, Lego Pikmin is a great idea, Monkey Man. Yes, that would be. We were just talking about Lego Nintendo sets earlier, and Pikmin actually feels like a really great idea. They even have a mold that would be great for Pikmin from Lego Dreams. The little guys in Lego Dreams would be great.
I love Pikmin. They're so cute.
Have you played the games? Have you played Pikmin?
Yeah.
Did you play the new one? There was a new one that came out not too long ago.
I played the demo of it, but
Okay.
I didn't actually like buy it. It was around the time. Oh, sorry. It was around a time when I was pretty busy, so.
Nice. I know my buddy Jordan here is a big fan of Pikmin, and I've played with Jordan. We've played Pikmin together, and it's one of those things. I have nothing against Pikmin. I'm sure it's fun. It's just not like my thing. I appreciate like the people who are into it. Jordan being one of them. But it's one of those things where like I'm playing and you know he was very Jordan's here, so I feel bad talking about this. He very much I feel like wants me to be into Pikmin more than I actually am. But I do enjoy the world of Pikmin. I know there's a lot of people that love it. So no hate to Pikmin at all. I think Pikmin's great, but I have not played a game fully through. I do like the fact that there's some crazy lore in Pikmin. That's very interesting to me about like this post-apocalyptic world that it actually is set in. So stuff like that is very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, maybe someday Jordan will convince me to play a Pikmin all the way through. Good to see you, Gene. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, good to see you. I'll see you later. Aiden Vance said, I've been saving for a few months for the Lego Bada Duo set, and I'm so close. Just a couple more dollars. Wow, what a great set to save for. That is a very good one. I've got it over here in the corner. I really enjoyed it. You're definitely going to really enjoy that one. That Sauron minifig in that set is fantastic. So,
Yeah, that's an awesome one. I haven't built it myself, but
you're a big Lord of the Rings fan, aren't you? Are you a Lord of the Rings enjoyer?
I've seen them. My mom's a huge fan, so like we watch them.
We should have your mom on the next stream.
Honestly, she's great. She's awesome.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, but she's like.
What would your mom think of the Lego Lord of the Rings sets?
Oh, she'd go crazy for it.
Crazy.
She's been to a convention or two.
Oh, cool.
And like really enjoys that type of mock, or just the sets, like the official sets.
That is really cool. I am jonesing for more Lego Lord of the Rings, and I would love for them to make some cheaper sets, because as beautiful as Rivendell and Barad-dûr are, we need some more affordable Lord of the Rings sets. So they used to have them. They did a whole, several waves of them, like smaller stuff. But those are my thoughts. But yeah, would you like to finish?
I'm okay.
You're okay.
I can wrap it up here.
Okay.
I mean, he's got one wing, so
he does have one wing.
He's half flying.
We'll do one last feature of everything we've built here. Let's show off our. He probably could fly a short distance.
He could get some air. We can just pretend. I'll turn
Right.
him this way.
Here, we'll do.
So he's
let's go to the build camp here.
There we go.
So, do you want to give us a description here? What do you think about this so far? What do you think about this?
I love it. I had so much fun with techniques. I like the way the wing goes on too. Like I say wing. There will be another wing later, I promise. But yeah, no, I really like the articulation too. Like anything that articulates, I geek out over.
He does have some great articulation. He's got some movement in the tail and the legs as well. Honestly, I built this set myself a couple days ago, and it is fantastic. So, the Creator 3-in-1 Dragon, and you're probably going to build the other alternate builds as well, which is what I'm really excited about. So you should send me pictures of how those look.
Absolutely.
And then, as far as I built the Bio Lizard, we've already seen it. We've got our Supersonic, Super Shadow. We've got our Tails Cyclone. It was a successful build night. We got a lot done. Aubrey Hobb the Builder, are you done? Yeah, I'm literally wrapping up. I'm doing the goodbye as we speak. But good to see you. Glad you popped in. I need to get with you and see if you want to come back on the stream. Yes, the Bio Lizard is official. That is an official set. It came out on January 1st. So really cool that LEGO made that. Big thanks to Gracie for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome to join in the future. Guys, go follow Gracie. Do you want to plug your channels and your socials real quick?
Sure. Yeah, it's _GRiceE on YouTube. I game and I do Lego, and Yeah, that's like
Same on Instagram as well.
same on
You guys,
Instagram.
yep.
Yeah.
Go give her a follow. She's, like just kicking off this whole content journey, and I'm really excited for all the content that she's going to be making, gaming stuff and Lego stuff. So go give her a follow on Instagram and YouTube. Check her stuff out. And yeah, thank you guys for joining here. Thank you for hanging out. Next Wednesday, we're going to be building probably some Star Wars sets. Who knows? I'll figure it out. Literally, I decided to pick these out tonight. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. Next Wednesday, around 7 p.m. Eastern, probably. Yeah, and then we do the sign off. So we're gonna fade to black, but we give like a wave, and we gotta keep waving until it all goes all the way. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. So bye, everybody. See you next week.